Hello guys, and welcome to today's video. On popular demand, I'm gonna talk about how it was to be a bread boy and how a day in the life of a bread boy would go about. So I'm just gonna go through it from start to finish, and then I'm gonna go through some questions that you asked. After that, I'm gonna go through some other questions that you asked that are non-bread related. And lastly, I'm gonna talk a little about the merch design that I asked you to do some design for way back. So, first thing in a bread boy's day is that if you live in Motown like I do, then you have to go up at about 4 o'clock. You make a quick breakfast and then you leave for the town nearby called Linköping. In Linköping is the warehouse where you pick up the bread for the day that you're gonna deliver to all the different stores. You get to Linköping at about 5 and you back up your truck to the loading dock and you start counting through all the bread you received that day to see that it is accurate with the amount that you ordered 2 days before that. If the order is correct, then you will check in that everything is correct, and then you will start marking the bread with the expiration dates. The different kinds of bread have different kinds of expiration dates. You mark all the bread, you load the truck in a good order that makes it easier for you to pack up for the different stores. And then you have to have a coffee before you leave, because otherwise your day will be trash. After you've had your coffee, then you go about your day and you start with going on your route. My longest days were Mondays, where I had 8 stores to visit, and they were quite spread apart. I begin the day at ICA Maxi in Linköping. And that's a big store. That's the biggest store in the whole district. I do it together with another person from another district as well. And we share the provision that's gained from that store. Since I only drive a small truck, since I don't have a C driver's license, that makes you able to drive a big truck. The other guy takes the load of bread that's going to that store and drives it there. When you arrive to a store, then you pack in the bread and then you wait for someone in the personnel to check you off. No, not check you out. They go through the list and see that the order that you made for the store is accurate with the amount of bread that you brought into the store. Also, before they sign it, you have to go in the store and check if there's any old bread that's going out. Any bread that's 2 days away from the expiration date needs to be picked out of the store and scanned into your hand computer. That poor bread that gets scanned in the computer needs to be removed, sadly gets thrown away. If I could choose, then you would get to give it away to people that need it. But there are rules we have to follow. There's a committee that sets rules for what you do with disposal bread. You have to follow those rules or you'll get in trouble with the company. When you scan all that bread in, you'll get your signature and then you can start loading in the new bread in the shelves. You go about filling up the shelves with bread, and after you're done with that, then you have to make a new order for 2 days ahead. So you go through and see what bread is selling good, what bread is selling less good, and then you make an order for what you think is gonna sell for until those 2 days have passed. When you're done with that, you can leave the store and go to the next store. And then you just repeat. Then you just repeat that process. That's pretty much what you do in a day. Different stores have different discounts on different kinds of bread every week. For some stores you order a lot extra of a certain bread that they have a discount on, and then you have to put up the signs and everything that says like discount, super discount, you should buy this, it's super amazing. It's in my interest to do a good job and make sure that as much bread as possible gets sold. From everything that gets sold, I get provision. So I get a base salary and then I get a provision of everything that's sold, as a small percentage of everything that's sold. The better you do your job as being a bread salesman, the better provision you will get. So if you know your district well and you know the times of year that different stuff sells differently, you probably will be a good bread salesman and you can earn a pretty good amount of money. Of course, since I only worked there 6 weeks, I didn't have a lot of time to learn exactly how the district worked. I feel quite confident in my result in those 6 weeks though. On Fridays you do an inventory on your bread and check if anything is left on the truck, if you have anything left on in the warehouse. After you've done that, you're done for the week. Sometimes you get to work weekends if you want to. I did 2 of these 6 weeks. I worked the weekends, and then it's just a fewer amount of stores that you go to and make sure that they get another visit, because like stores like ICA Maxi, the big store I was talking about, they want to visit every day of the week, even the weekends. And in the weekends it pays extra, which is good. So I think that's a pretty good summary of what you do as a bread salesman. Of course there's more to it, but that's the baseline. So now I'm going to go through a bunch of questions that you asked me about being a bread boy. At what point do you graduate from being a bread boy to a bread man? I would say that you graduate as a bread man when you actually take the C driver's license in Sweden. That makes you able to drive a big truck. I'm a bread boy since I only get to drive a B truck. You call it a B truck. And if you have a regular driver's license in Sweden, you can drive a B truck. Those are like shorter and yeah, just smaller. The reason I don't have a C driver's license is that it's quite expensive to take one. And if you're not planning to work on driving big trucks for a certain amount of time in your future, then it's a lot of money to put in. The reason I got hired this summer is that they have a shortage of people that have C driver's licenses and truck drivers overall. So that's how that works. What's your favorite type of bread? That's a good question. I like bread that has cheese on it. Cheesy bread is my favorite bread. Yeah, I don't mean bread that you put cheese on top. I mean bread that's like made from getting melted cheese on top of it as it's in the oven. That's good. Did you make the bread? I did not. I can add that every morning there's a huge truck that comes in with every other truck's bread. He just delivers all of it to our store, our warehouse, and loads it up there. 5:30 maybe. That truck takes all the older bread that we have collected and that has to be thrown away, and it takes all the empty boxes that we have the bread in before we put it up in the stores, and then it delivers the new bread for the day. The bread that we get comes from 3 different large bakeries. Also, maybe I should add the company I work for is called Svensson. They also make other products like chocolate. They're known for having restaurants where they're having quite fancy meals. Do you have any Swedish specific kind of bread? I actually don't know that. Svensson delivers about 30 different kinds of bread, and most of them are really tasty. Now on to the other questions that are non-bread related. What concerts do you plan to go on in the next few months? The only concert I plan to go on, I think, is a concert that Oceano plays at, and also The Artist Murder. And I plan to go with my band members. What's your favorite band documentary? The person who asked this question was assuming that the favorite documentary would be the Black Dahlia Murder's Majesty, which it also is. But I also like the other documentary that Black Dahlia put out, and I also really enjoy the Parkway Drive documentaries. They are really good. Do you like the band Misfits? Yes, I do. Any new tattoos? Question mark? No, I wish. It's been quite a long time ago since I got tattooed, and I miss it. I miss having a new tattoo. I have a sleeve starter with one artist. Is it wrong for me to want to finish it up with another artist? I would say no. It's your body. You're gonna have it on your body for the rest of your life. You're paying for it. You can do whatever you want. If the artist gets disrespected, then it's his problem, and that's not how it should be. Kat would like to flick in something.
The nice thing to do is to let the artist know before starting the sleeve. If they drew the entire sleeve and started the process and planned on doing the entire sleeve, that would not be super nice. Still up to you, and you can do whatever you want. But if you, like me, have this sleeve that one person has done, I'm gonna let another person finish it because the person has done everything I told him to do, and now I want to finish it by someone else. So you should be nice and not promise an artist to do an entire thing that they have planned and spend their time drawing and then go to someone else. But still, up to you. Just wanted to fleek in that.
Yeah, I was kind of assuming that you maybe did 3 tattoos on your upper arm and then let another artist like finish up the sleeve. Not that one artist has printed up or painted or made a whole sleeve ready for you. That would be like a lot of work he put in that you don't do, and that's not really fair. In the end, it's up to you. If you want to be nice about it, then make sure that the artist hasn't done any extra work, and if he did, then you should be a little bit sorry. But never get tattooed out of guilt.
No.
How do you plan on enjoying the rest of the summer? If you were to look outside, this weather feels like fall already. Summer already feels like it's over. I don't know if we're gonna have any more good weeks in Sweden for summer, but we're probably gonna have a lot of nice fall days, and that means cuddling up in the sofa and watching a movie maybe.
I was referring to like warm weather, sunshine, and movies, watching
blah blah, leaves, colors, blah, boring. I'm just gonna try and get YouTube's running again at the pace that I did before, and I want my channel to grow. I'll keep doing this. How's the computer doing? Are you happy with your choice? And is it all that you hope for? I'm very happy with my computer. For the price that we put in, it's a really strong computer, and it's performing quite well. Someone yelled something about streaming and the computer videos and all that gaming videos that was going to be put up. They're gonna appear more now when I'm starting putting out more videos. That's gonna be one of them that's gonna increase in rate. Also, I'd like to ask you guys what times of streaming would be best suited for you. If you enjoy watching my stream, then please comment below on what times would suit you best. Don't forget to put in the time zone you're in, because otherwise it won't be that informative for me. Did y'all rearrange? Yes, we kinda did. Kat did. You can go check that out at Catherine Byrne blog. I don't know what your blog is called.
How can you not know what a blog is called?
It's probably called
CatherineByrne.com.
CatherineByrne.com?
Yes.
You have a .com?
Yeah. I also have .se, so no one else can take it.
So you pay for it?
Yeah.
Cool. You can go check out that blog at CatherineByrne.com or .se.
No, it's not linked to SE, I just bought it.
Oh my god. Check out the blog at CatherineByrne.com. What's the process of making a t-shirt? What are the costs, and what does the logo in the upper corner mean? I don't know what logo in the upper corner you're talking about. I tried to understand when I read the comment, but I kind of didn't. Anyway, the t-shirt question. If you're gonna print a single t-shirt, then you could go to like any make your own t-shirt page and do that. If you want to print like a merch kind of t-shirt and you're gonna buy like, let's say 50 t-shirts, then it's gonna cost you about, let's say, between $250 and $400 maybe, but depending on what kind of shirts you want, how many colors, and if you want back print and front print. It's like, it's gonna vary. And the last question, and what I also want to talk about, is the t-shirt idea still going on? Yes, it is. I plan to send a merch design to printing quite soon, and I have decided on one, and I don't want to show it to you. I want it to be kind of a surprise so you can see when it's done. But I'm very, very happy with the design. I'm very happy that you sent in so many designs, and I am probably going to use more than this design and make more shirts because I got so many nice ones. But I have decided on one to begin with, and I have contacted that person, so we're going to do a small amount of changes to it, and then we're going to send it to print. And I hope that you will buy a t-shirt, because we need more Sonny merch in the world.
It's kind of cheating because you're using like my brand as well to search.
What do you mean your brand?
Am I not in the picture?
Yes, Kat, you're in the picture. But we can erase you out if you don't want to be. It can just be me and Rascal if it's gonna be like that. We can just scrunch you up and... Goodbye, Kat. You don't want to be part of my brand? Then get the hell.
You're part of my brand.
Yeah, well, I didn't ask for that. Not complaining, just saying. So yeah, that's the plans for the t-shirt design, and that's how it is to work as a bread man. If you have any additional questions that you feel wasn't answered, then you can also comment them below and I'll answer them there instead. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned how to be a bread man. Boy, not a man, boy. And I also hope that you have something there. Have a fucking